Andrew Dawson was just a normal guy living his life as an ordinary person, working, having fun, and occasionally posting videos online about his life stories and random things he did. He wasn't popular, and he was simply posting in that same way many people do, hoping that maybe one video would go viral. Well, one day he encountered something that he managed to record, and of course he posted it on TikTok. This particular video exploded. It became so viral that it started sparking conspiracy theories left and right, and sadly, it ended in a much more disturbing way than anyone had ever anticipated. This story actually has a lot more to it, but I'll let you decide what you think. So, on April 10th, 2022, Andrew was driving south on British Columbia's Yellowhead Highway with a friend when he spotted what appeared to be a massive human-like figure on the ridge of Canoe Mountain. He quickly filmed it and posted it on his page.
What is it?
It's a person, dude. No, seriously, pull over, pull over.
No.
It's a person standing there.
No, it's not.
Dude, if you've seen what I've seen right now.
The figure seemed massive, and he described it as a giant walking down the ridge. When he posted the video, it exploded almost immediately, reaching over 30 million views. A lot of people started believing it might actually be real, pointing to supposed evidence that giants once existed. Some even claimed that giants could still exist today, but were either hiding or being hidden by the government or other secret organizations. That mountain was right near where he worked, and the next day he posted another video showing that there was nothing there anymore. Whatever it was, it seemed like it had only been visible at that moment, as if it had been alive and moving.
Do you see how far away it is? How far I have to zoom? Do you know how hard it is to keep a steady hand? If this video blows up, or somebody buys me a friggin' helicopter to get all the way up there. Okay, I'm gonna use this as a tripod to try to keep it steady for you guys. And it's not even there anymore, too. That's where it was yesterday. I spoke to some locals and it comes and goes apparently, I don't know. See, that's me trying to keep it super steady with something. There we go. Do you know how hard it is to keep it steady when zoomed in all the way?
Seeing this, people online started believing the story more and more and began asking him to go back there. He eventually tried to do exactly that, but then he posted a video saying he was stopped from going up the mountain, as if something was preventing him or as if there was some kind of cover-up.
I just got stopped by like some CIA agent. He told me to turn around, said I'm trespassing. I said it's a public area, like a public park or whatever. Some local told me to take this path. I didn't get it on camera, but I'm going to go again tomorrow and be prepared to be filming right now because he stopped the vehicle. His truck was blocking it. Said some like environmental issue was going on. I don't know. He told me to go back and said I was trespassing.
He was not going to let this go. The videos about the situation were doing well, he was getting millions of views, and he was clearly in the spotlight. At that point, he wasn't really thinking about his safety anymore. He was focused on figuring out what was actually going on there for his viewers. He decided to try again, but this time at night. Unfortunately, when he arrived, someone was already at the beginning of the road once more, and this time he managed to record it.
The guy's here again. Yeah, this is him. What's going on?
Road's closed. Turn around.
Really?
Yeah, man. Just turn around, please.
Okay. Have a good night, man. So that was f***ed up. There he is. I'm driving past them again. Just turned around. I don't understand why it's closed off though. It's a public park or public road or whatever.
He returned home, but something felt off. He looked out the window and noticed a car parked right in front of his house. And it wasn't just any car. It was the same one he had seen earlier at the mountain.
I think that's the same vehicle from... Hey!
After this video, it was like he disappeared. People tried to contact him, sending messages and commenting on his videos, asking him to come back with an update. They were worried that something bad had happened to him, and considering the things he had been posting, it was easy for people to connect everything back to his discovery. After 20 days, Andrew finally posted a new video, but this time it was not what people were expecting. He claimed that everything had been fake, and that he had only done it for views. But that was not everything.
Hey guys, I just want to give you an update. I'm not dead. I have not disappeared. I have just been busy with life. I couldn't get around to posting and updating you guys, so now I'm going to give you an official update of what's been going on. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all of the videos that I posted were scripted. They're just fake. They were just strictly for entertainment. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. I just needed to give you a quick update.
Yeah, he didn't really look convincing, right? Exactly. People didn't buy it. They started talking about how he seemed forced to say what he was saying, like the words were empty and not really coming from him. After that, he went MIA again. No videos, no replies, nothing. And then, about 10 days later, he posted another video, and this one seemed to confirm what people were already suspecting.
You might not see me post ever again. My videos weren't fake.
The next day, he posted one more video showing a building that appeared to have been constructed on top of the mountain. He claimed it was built by the military to investigate the supposed giant and figure out why it was there. And this video was the last one he ever posted. Andrew Dawson reportedly died on July 1st, 2022. His death was made public about 2 weeks after his final video. His obituary described him as passing away suddenly, and he left behind his wife and children, but there was no official cause of death mentioned. Now, of course, many people found this too strange to ignore. It didn't feel like a coincidence to them, especially not after he had just posted a video suggesting that he might disappear or that something unusual was going on. Because of that, people started digging deeper, trying to figure out what really happened. They looked into the mountain where he claimed to have seen the giant, and others examined more details about his life in an attempt to debunk the entire story. Later on, a YouTuber named Groovy Gavin went to the same location in 2024 to investigate it himself, hoping to find some kind of evidence of what Andrew had shown. And during his visit, he made a discovery.
We did get... Oh, you can barely see it on here. That little stick right there, that's the giant. That little thing, that little black dot up there, that's the giant.
No, seriously, pull over.
Obviously, that's way too big to be a human, because we would not be able to see that. But that is, yeah, that's, my guess is a cell phone tower. It's not moving, and you can see how it looks like it's moving just because my phone is shaking.
It turned out to be a cell phone tower, but was it really? A lot of people were not convinced. They pointed out that Andrew had posted a video shortly after the encounter where nothing was visible on the mountain anymore. Because of that, some started speculating that a radio tower might have been placed exactly where he filmed the supposed giant, just to make it look like that was all it ever was. In the end, no one ever truly knows what he captured. The theories split people into two groups: those who believe it was real and those who think it was misinterpreted or staged. But one thing is clear. He created a series of videos that kept people constantly on edge and questioning what they were seeing. Now, as for his death, some people still question whether it was natural or if there was something more to it. There are even theories suggesting it was covered up, but there is no verified evidence for that. In the end, it remains just a story filled with unanswered questions and speculation. Some still try to prove it was real, others are convinced it was all coincidence or misunderstanding, but nothing has ever been confirmed either way. Rest in peace, Andrew Dawson. This YouTube user named Smoke Robinson was driving through a mountainous region on the outskirts of Browning, Montana, when he suddenly spotted something on the side of the road. He stopped to check what it was, and it turned out to be a man. But things quickly got weird when he approached him and asked what he was doing there.
Buddy, how you doing? Oh, just some cruisers, man. That's crazy shit. This guy's crawling at me like it's goddamn. What's up, dude?
What in a horror movie was that? Nah, that guy was drunk as hell. His wife is probably at home looking for him, and he's out there acting like a skinwalker in the forest. Now, seriously, imagine seeing something like that in person. It would be incredibly weird and, honestly, pretty unsettling. In this case, it seems like it was just a heavily intoxicated man, but still, imagine if your vehicle broke down right in that exact spot, with someone like that just wandering around in the woods nearby. People in the comments were actually pretty terrified by the encounter, and many found it disturbing, but no one ever really figured out whether the man lived nearby, was dropped off there, or had just been lost for a long time trying to find his way home, and was simply trying to get help from the uploader before he drove off. Bushman and Blue is a channel run by a guy named Al, a country boy with a real passion for adventure. His videos usually feature wild camping, backpacking trips, bushcraft, gear tests and reviews, and some absolutely beautiful locations with stunning scenery. He's almost always out there with his trusty companion, Blue the Wolf. The channel's genuine style and outdoor adventures make a lot of people regularly tune in to see what they get up to, and it's always a pleasant surprise. But in this particular video I'm about to show you, things took a scary turn when Al and Blue were hiking up a mountain in Scotland to spend the night in a tent.
Oh, bliss. We are stood in front of the magnificent Three Sisters. There we go. And what I'm going to do is head up into the hidden valley, and we're going to find a place to pitch a tent up there. And it is just epic here. It's just honestly incredible. I mean, the drive overs just leads you into this, but I mean, it's just absolutely stunning up there. So I am looking forward to cracking on and getting up and seeing what it's got to offer. I've got the ice axe just in case, because there's quite a lot of snow on the tops, and some decent crampons as well, so you never can be too sure. So, oh, sunshine though, sunnies as well, they're in my pocket, so they'll be going on straight away. Right, let's bash on.
This area was amazing, the kind of place where you can just unwind and forget about everything. I honestly would love to go there myself. He was hiking up the mountain while Blue followed closely behind him.
Tell you what, this is just divine. Take a look at this. What a place. It's just like prehistoric. It's definitely what it's saying with being the hidden valley, because you just would not know it's here. And wow, just wow. I'm just excited. I was planning on sort of moving up to the sort of higher areas to camp, but I don't know now. It's that sort of tranquil that it just might be a really nice place just to pitch up and just relax. Just wow. I mean, look, all the snow up there in the background. The sun just beaming down and it's just almost silent.
At one point, as he got higher into the mountains, he noticed something in the distance, and it quickly became disturbing, as it was something that did not look right from where he was standing.
Well, I don't know if you can see, but that gully up there, someone has just fallen from the top of that gully and has stopped about 3/4 of the way down it. And they were moving fast. I'm just listening out and see if there's any noise or any distress signal there. Don't look like they're moving, to be honest. There is someone on top, which must be his mate, I guess, but hell, that was a long bloody fall. There's going to be a good couple 100 metres there. I'm just going to call through and just see if I get an answer. Jeez.
He was not seeing any movement, so he started thinking of the worst possible scenario, until finally he saw him move his hand. That's when Al quickly started making his way towards him.
Well, I just shouted over, and I did get a hand signal, but he was really falling, like proper rolling, arms and legs all over, so there's a good chance he's hurt himself. Anyway, there's two other people here, so I'm just gonna head over and then just make sure he's all right and doesn't need any sort of support to get back down again. Frig me, that was a hell of a fall though, and he was proper just arms and legs doing cartwheels everywhere. All right, let's get over there, eh? He's at the bottom of the gully. Just found these two skiers here, so I'm just going to head up and just see if this guy's all right. But it's going to be a tricky one underfoot. Currently on snow. Well, crampons on, ice axe out, and if you can see up there, two people now. One guy's walked his way down to the other one. He's moved and he shouted and said everything's okay, but he hasn't stood up. I just feel I need to just go check in and see what's going on.
After climbing and climbing, Al finally reached him, and this is what happened.
Here he is. What a hellish fall, mate. Are you okay? Well, he's alright, he's a fella. He's just busted his ankle, and I'm just going to sort of lead him down now just to make sure that he's safe while his mate's gone back up just to gather a couple of items that have fallen out of his hands, like his ice axe. He lost his ice axe on the way down. So I've given him mine just to give him a bit of extra support with his ankle, and we're just going to make our way back down the valley, and then I'll just camp out down there somewhere, I reckon. Oh, what a day. What a day.
Al helped him get off that steep part of the mountain, and to be honest, he was extremely lucky to have survived that fall. Al mentioned that he got away with just some bruises and bumps, but it is clear it could have been much worse. Even a broken leg in a place like that can make things extremely dangerous, considering how far they were from the base. When you add the cold on top of that, it could easily turn into a very tragic situation, especially being alone without anyone around to notice or help, and due to the lack of experience or care while being on an icy mountain. That man was very lucky that day, and there were luckily other hikers in the area who noticed him and helped as well. It really shows why you should never do these kinds of things alone. After that, Al managed to set up his tent and camp through the night after helping the man, and fortunately, nothing happened to him, Blue, or the man who had fallen. Adrenaline On is a woman from Romania who often posts on her Instagram page and YouTube channel. Her videos are full of action and adrenaline, which is exactly where her name comes from. She shares her adventures while biking, snowboarding, and doing all sorts of activities that I would absolutely love to try, but would probably end up getting myself killed doing. Anyway, she was riding downhill on a mountain in Romania when, all of a sudden, she came across something that turned out to be extremely dangerous.
Mama ce m-am speriat. Mama ce m-am speriat.
Honestly, those dogs can easily mess you up, and let me tell you something. Being from Romania, I very often see shepherds with their sheep and livestock guardian dogs, and trust me, the dogs in this video are small compared to some of the absolute monsters I've seen guarding flocks. But in this case, the dogs almost seemed like road police, just telling her to stop so the sheep could cross. These dogs are actually very smart. They bark a lot, and most of the time they're just doing their job. They can even seem pretty adorable until you get too close to the sheep. That's when things can become very serious, and trust me, I'm not exaggerating. What made this encounter more unusual was the fact that she wasn't expecting them to be there. It was a biking trail she had ridden multiple times before without ever running into a flock. And honestly, I understand her fear. In situations like this, the worst thing you can do is try to outrun them on your bike. If they see you speeding away, they may see you as a threat and chase you. The best thing you can do is exactly what she did. Stop. Stay calm. And wait for the situation to settle down. That's usually your safest option. This next video comes from an Instagram page called Wild Wild Rocks, where the uploader is usually checking rocks. Well, not in this case, because this time he was out with his mother exploring the rocks and geology of the Mayacamas Mountains in Sonoma County, California. Okay, fine, he was still checking rocks, but that's not the important part. While they were heading back to the car, he suddenly heard a twig snap. The moment he turned around to see what made the sound, they spotted a full-grown cougar lunging out of the brush toward them. They didn't really have time to think. It was fight, flight, or freeze. Everything happened incredibly fast, but they reacted almost instinctively. They threw their arms up, let out a primal yell, and quickly advanced toward the cat. Thankfully, the cougar turned away at the last possible moment. But it wasn't over. The mountain lion continued following them, and that's when he pulled out his phone and started recording while making sure to maintain eye contact with the animal.
Mom and I just got charged by a mountain lion. He's still watching us.
Where do we see it?
Oh, he's still watching us. Oh my God.
Oh my God. That was.
There it is.
You were so fast on it. Oh yeah, I see.
Looking right at him.
It's scary how well the cougar blends into its environment. The camouflage these animals have is absolutely crazy. Thankfully, the lion kept its distance, but this encounter was actually very unusual because mountain lions hardly ever behave like this. It's almost unexplainable. two people walking on a road, talking normally, and yet the cougar kept following them without being scared off immediately. Maybe it was a young adult, maybe it was injured, maybe it was protecting something nearby, or maybe there was another reason entirely. It just goes to show that you can never be completely certain about the behavior of wild animals. People often say that mountain lions do not attack without reason, and while that is generally true, rare does not mean impossible. For something to be considered rare, it still has to happen sometimes, and unfortunately, you never want to be the person experiencing that rare event. Their instinct to make themselves appear as large as possible was probably the best thing they could have done in that situation, and it very likely saved them from a much more dangerous encounter that day. But if we're talking about rare occasions, you clicking on another one of my videos after watching a full one is also pretty rare, so why don't you click right there on the next video? Who knows, you might end up finding your next favorite video.